It is a wild jester. Sorry, I'm still setting up my camera. Got too much stuff on my desk. I was able to get my hands on some of the starter decks. I should say all the starter decks that I'm missing. But I have too many cards everywhere. Your guys' days are going good. I know I'm kind of late. It's been a long day. I don't think Gundam Nerd is going to be joining us today. Well, as they say, time is relative. What just happened to my game? There it goes. Blam! And the piso de resistance. I was able to get my hand on an ultimate deck. He just likes to pace his stuff, and I'm always rushing through shit. Um, well, I'm realizing the starter decks have specific cards in them that kind of go with the boosters. And so if you can get your hands on some boosters, it's not like you can't make decks out of those if you have enough. But these ones do have like special pilots and special units that are just part of the starter decks. The ultimate one, I'm not very sure. It's supposed to be a combination of Kira's Astray, Astra's Destiny, and I think his name's Shin. Yeah, yeah. And I want to open this without breaking the box. There we go. My OCD is very weird. House can be a mess, car can be trashed, but if I rip a box, end the world. I'm fired. We gotta get out. Reset it. Run it back. Nice. The shows? I just started G-Clocks. So I guess we can open this up and kind of explain how the game works. I didn't like it for the suits for the longest time, and now that I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, it's a decent story. Let there be light. You probably can't read any of this. You can definitely see this. So this is kind of like your play area. And so as we open this, we kind of go over it. We're going to jump to the back because it's got the resources in it. So these are your resources. And you get them as like a separate deck. So they kind of go here. I guess that's a token. Comes with tokens. Nice. Red is resource, yellow is token. And what you kind of do to set up is get your deck up here. I'll put that right here. Just put your shields here. So you get a base. I think the base is at the bottom. Yeah, base at the bottom. Which is essentially your battlefield. And every turn you just add it like magic. Tap them to use. Enemies must attack your base before attacking your shields, before attacking you. Just kind of interesting to me. To get into it, we have the. I can do this better. Oh, that's better. That's so much better. So we got the Gundam from Earthfed. Usually there's two of these. Gundam Aerial. Permit score 6. I haven't watched the second season of Mercury, so or Witches. Nice. I'm using a simple lamp. I want to get one of those like I don't know. I only know them from like makeup tutorials. It's those ring lights that you can put like your camera in the middle of it. Two of those. I don't have luck online ordering anything, and so I find a bunch of like mom and pop shops that I go to and support. Gun cannon 2-4. He was a blocker, he'd be better. Looks like I got 4 of those because they're basic. The gun tank. My favorite out of the trilogy. Out of the trio trilogy. The saga, as they say. One deployed, choose one enemy unit with 2 or less HP and rest it. GM. General Motors. So make a Gundam show, but instead of like Xeon versus whoever, it'll just be like Dwalt versus Milwaukee versus all the power tools. General Motors. Gundam Aerial. Bit on form. Jimmy Trainer, he's a blocker. I obviously I'm not a tools guy. Snap-on I should have thought of first. It's like the truck and everything. I was just thinking of the vroom vroom power tools. Zowort. He's another blocker. When I cleaned out my house and we did some remodeling, all my power tools, like my yard work tools, because I went from grass to rock, uh, grew legs, and I'm pretty sure somebody stole it. And so I had to go buy a new weed whacker, and the only one they had on sale was the yellow brand. I don't even know like the color coordinations. I think it's Dwight. That's about the extent of my knowledge of that. I'm not really a car guy or anything. I'm gonna put this away before I crush them, even though they're basics. Yeah, yeah. Well, awesome. Can't believe I remember that. So Mario. So you can actually get some of these Gundam cards, like different variants of it, in the actual packs, but you can't get a Mario in a pack. You have to get them from the starter deck. And so that's like kind of what's unique about the starter decks is there's different variants of the things, but you have to get the same stuff. Blue is Cobalt, green is Ryobi, Milwaukee. I don't think I've ever seen a teal one. PSA 10 Banshee, nice. I'm having a hard time finding places to buy my bulk. Like nobody buys the extras that I have. Either that or it's like 50% store credit, and I'm not doing that. So once she attacks once per turn, choose a resource and reactivate it. Okay, that's pretty good. And I think she pairs, yeah, with the aerial. So that turns it into a 5/6. If you know anything about Magic, the power of your character toughness and strength. See, that's the funny thing is mine's are the opposite. They like we're not taking any bulk, anything over $5. We're only gonna give you maybe 50% cash, but we have a list. Go through our list, and I was like, "You have a list?" Command thoroughly damaged, or you can crew him to. I think he's a gun tank. Yeah, he's the gun. No, he's not the gun tank. He's the gun tank. I'm looking at the gun cannon. There's Kai. My friend got fed up with Yu-Gi-Oh, and so he switched to Magic. Unforeseen incident. So here's like some of the bases. White base is kind of a little ridiculous. That's where these tokens come in, I think. Yeah, so you have a Gundam token, a gun cannon token, and a gun tank token. They're all a little bit weaker than each other, like one step down. But it's because if you're like, depending on how many people you have on the field, you can tap this card to summon your tokens. And so, like, no matter what, you have like a defensive line. And then I'm gonna butcher this. Astacasia's School of Technology Earth House for clans. So, for those who don't know how to play this, as a quick rundown, you like, we'll count these as the energies. We'll just turn them over. trying to get the cards I need. So what I find weird, so basically you'd have like your shields and then your base. Usually it's an experimental to start out with. Um, I can declare to attack your base even if you have people on the field. But I can't declare to attack your enemies if they're active. I can only attack rested units, so tapped units in magic terms. However, if your like Zawar is attacking my tap, well, I'll actually get a different one. If your Zawar was attacking my tap Zawar and I have an active blocker unit, I can redirect your attack to that unit, even if it's like to my base, which like is the which I find an interesting mechanic. Like that's your only form of defense in this game, besides like your shields and everything. And so to win the game, you either run out of cards to lose, or I've gone through all of your bases, and so you're exposed. I attack your shields, which when they destroyed, you flip them. Definitely is a Uno reverse. It's so weird because like I think of it as like I'm a commander of this like battlefield. I'm like the highest ranking officer or whatever, and I'm commanding my soldiers. But you destroy my base, and now you're into my shields. Like, where does the shields come into? But even when you get through all the shields, right? And it's just like no shields, no base. I've got nothing. Yeah, that's where it's a little weird. Is like you have your base and then your shields. I think of it as you're like on your base, right? Like you're floating around. You're floating around in white base, right? And then I have my six shields. I think of this as like my personal shields, like my body shields. And so when my base gets destroyed, I'm taking like an ejection port to my next base. And so like the other base I have in this deck is Associated School or School of Technology. And so like I might get shot at and lose some armor, but as long as I can get to my base, they can't hit my armor anymore. It's just it's like it's such a unique mechanic that I'm like, oh, it's so weird. Like I would go through shields first and then bases. And that's what like is so interesting about the game is like it started out with the four colors, white, blue, red, and green. And like each one kind of does their own things. Like white's your blockers and your repair. Um, no, white is your blockers and kind of a little bit of manipulation. Blue is obviously being blue again. It's deck manipulation and redirects. It's more of a support thing. The meta right now is a blue white deck. Um, Technically, it's this deck that people modify into like a monstrosity of killers. And so it's just kind of depends on where you want to go and where you want to be. I think green is definitely your repair. That's more of your like health and trample if you're familiar with that term. Red decks are just damage dealers. They either whittle down the opponent's deck or just do direct damage to things. It's a very fast paced thing. And then the newest one is purple, and that is kind of like a double edged sword. You do damage to either your shields or your units to gain benefits out of things. I don't think I went through the rest of this deck, did I? Yeah, I did. Put that in its tray. Yeah, yeah. And so there's different ways you can like counter different cards. The only real restriction if you buy one, if you get one of the starter decks, is it comes with like what it's for. You're stuck at a 50 card limit, not including your resources and tokens. So your deck itself can only be 50. Um, you can only have four of each kind of the stamp up here. So even if it's like the same Gundam Ariel three different times, you can still have multiple sets of those, but you can only have four of each single card, if that makes sense. The last restriction is only two colors per deck. And so, what two can you mash together to kind of make what you need? The decks also come with like damage counters. Yeah, for two for now. I feel like they're gonna add in more later when they figure out more mechanics and just add in more cards. But we just came up on the year for it apparently, and so they just added in the new color. I shouldn't say just. They added it in with Mikazuki's team and stuff like that. Yeah, I suspect a lot more colors. And some mixed ones too. I think they have to kind of be careful and not trudge on Magics and Wizards of the Coasts kind of color scheme. Okay, this is only I don't want to flip it because it's the rare one. It's a bonus pack with like an alternative art. And it is a C plus Mercury. Okay. Suletta. I think that's how you say her name. The next deck and booster box, I should say, comes out either this month or next month, and it's for the SDs. It's like an SD BB deck. Is this number three? This is number three. Yeah, I've already got it open. I honestly love them. I have a lot more SDs than I have regular Gundams, and that's because they were easy, fun, and fast to build, and really cheap. Same thing. Just comes with another instruction guide and everything. So we're gonna put that right here. The rest of it. Minimum 400 hours. Dang. My attention span is like 4 seconds. Let's actually put this back in its box for now. Dude, it's serious commitment. Like, if you can spend 800 hours on a model, it's so impressive. Yeah, I can't do it either. Oh, I probably should go through the deck first. What am I thinking? So this is Zeon's Rush. And this is the one I'm actually super excited about. So we have Sinanju. I actually don't want to scratch any of these, so we'll do this. Sharazaku 2. That's actually what I was after. It's a really nice, like raised edge one. Jello's Gira Zulu? I almost said Zuzu. Various card shops. If they sell Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh or even One Piece, I would say if the cop if the shop sells One Piece, they probably sell these. No, actually, well, it kind of depends. These 1 through 4 decks are more expensive the lower the number. So I think the first one, not wings. Where'd it go? My brain. Heroic Beginnings is the most expensive one. I think it's around 30, $35, depending on where you go. The other thing I would keep aware of is it originally came out in Japanese, so make sure you do get the English versions. And then the cheapest one out of the 4 is actually Siege Strike, and that was like $24, $25. No, no, they're actually really cheap. A booster box, which this is one of this is their newest one right now. It's Phantom Aria. Is it upside down? I can't tell. Nope, we're good. So yeah, it's comes with 24 packs in a box. Each pack has 13 cards. I believe 10 standard. Uh, I should say 8 standard, 2 uncommon, 2 varieties of like rare to LR plus plus plus. It's kind of their rarities on these, and 1 either token or resource. And these are like $120 a piece. And so for a deck and a booster box is about 150 depending, 150 to 200 depending on the deck you get. And they are broken down into basically I think series is what I'm noticing. And so like Heroes Beginning is the first one, the first Gundam with Mercury, Witch of Mars. Yeah. The good thing is scalpers are not really present in the hobby right now. And so it's a little bit easy to get what you need and inventory you need. Most cards, if you're going to purchase them, are about 20-ish bucks, unless you're going for the super rares, which I think the most expensive one is like 750, 780. Forgetting what that is, if that's like an elevator or something in the background. The regular Gira Zulu. I like these Zaku's because it looks like they have like a gas mask. Gaza D sleeves. This must be a new C or a new Xeon that I'm not aware of. Draw C sleeves. Got a couple of those. Zaku 1 from Xeon. Yeah, yeah. I either want to get a Zaku 1 or a Zaku 2. And if you've seen the Netflix Requiem TV show, I want to turn it into that like scrap built one they made. The Goof. I think that's how you say it. Goof. Honestly, it was iron blooded for me. I watched so many before, and I couldn't like tolerate the politics with it. Yeah, full frontal. I think he pilots this one. Yeah. Dang, that comes out as a hitter. 7-6 when paired. And you can just deploy a level 4 mech right off the bat when it's paired. Nice. Good old Char. I actually have Char Zaku from his Zaku Go, I think is what it's called, that I'm gonna work on. I have a challenge I'm presenting to myself. I want to see if I can build and paint and work on a Gundam to the extent of Gundam Nerd and get the seal of approval. But knowing his white glove ass, probably won't. Diginate with Angelo. Plus 2 EP for return. That's definitely like the serious anime eyes. 400-hour award. I was like, do you know anything about Warhammer and like 30K? Because my buddy went to one of their shops. Do you know Mortarion? Nurgle's demonkin or demon prince? I have his. My friend bought me the 30K model, and it's so. Every time I look at it, my brain hurts. It's so advanced. It's out of my league. And so it's the only Forge World model I actually own. Well, it's such a basic base. Like that's really what the extent of this. Like I kind of don't want to open it, but it's just like a small Mechanicus base, like pipes and stuff. And I want to be able to have his like scenic base, and then be able to take him off his scenic base to have his battle base, which is just like the smaller, rounder one. But his details and just excuse me, his details and just having to go through so much different stuff to get it even ready to start painting is a little bit out of my league. And so there's like a lot of posts and other things like that. I don't know what it is with the community, but like every girl likes Tyranids and they're always pink. Close combat. It's just a command. Deal 2 damage to something. Simple as that. The Blue Giant. Ramba Rao. I believe he's the pilot of the Kauf. Goof? Kauf? This is where I wish the nerd was here to correct me. Red base. Rululu. Rulula? Just make all of his sergeants pink. That way we know which ones they are. Full Mel. It's an interesting base. Alright. It also comes with some tokens, it looks like. Sharazaku 2, Zaku 2, regular Zaku 2, and some tokens. It's always good in Philadelphia. I should have put the band on that other one. Well, this one's not even going on, so we're just going to put it back. And for the card, one of 16 in total. And blam. We got sleeves. Not ideal. But we got a sleeves. We'll do this. We'll put this back. Maybe. This is what I mean. My brain can't focus on more than one thing. Can't find where I put my stuff. There it is. Nope. Wings of Advance. This looks like wing. This looks like both forms of wing. We got Hero Use, Wing Gundam. Zech Marquis Tall Geese. That's actually really nice. It's the one Gundam's working on. For he is Gundam. Yeah, it is. I really like these LR ones. How like they're raised and highlighted. Every shop I go to, they're like, "We love the artwork for this. Like, it's always amazing artwork." Definitely with like the full art, where it's more of like the actual card itself. They kind of push everything to the side that's not really the art. I enjoy that over like Magic, for example. Like chunk everything out. Don't even what do you call it? No transparency or anything. Wing Gundam Bird Mode. Gundam Heavy Arms. Am I moving too fast? I can definitely be a squirrel on coffee. Just let me know if you want me to slow down. Trying to make sure it's in the light so everybody can see too. Oh, that's cool. A sand rock. Operation Meteor. Not really sure what that is. I haven't seen Wing yet. Nice. Is it pink? What you can kind of do for loose joints is I've heard you can put like a little bit of clear coat, like nail stuff. Not nail polish, but like nail sealant. And that'll kind of fill a little bit of that gap to keep it from slipping so much. Oh, I thought there was dust on this, but it's literally the card has like dust printing on it. I was like, how is there dust on this already? A Magnac from the Magnac Corps. A Leo. So it's a kind of like a basic starter deck. And see, this is what I was meaning by like you can have four of the same card in your deck, and like it's like that's like the maximum. And so it's just kind of depends on how you want to build your own and what you want in there. Um, if you like if you actually want a tutorial, there's a game on. I'm pretty sure that it's both on Apple and Android, but it's just the Gundam card tutorial. It'll kind of walk you through like how to play the game, what all these specific kind of abilities and stuff do, as well as the rules and everything. And so that's kind of like where I've been learning how to play these. We have an Aries. Trogos. Tragos. That is dust on it. That is card dust. Interesting. I was like, is it a misprint or something? No, just a dusty one. Probably came out of the pack like finally seeing the light of day for the first time. Hero. Zech Marquise. The other masked motherfucker. Those are the only two masked people I remember. Is Zech and Char. Simultaneous fire, Tro and Barton. That would be cool as a rare. There's a girl with a purple mask? Is she masked Char? Does she cosplay as Char? Ah, Unicorn's on my list to watch things. Unicorn and Wing. I'm currently on Double O. Double O and G-Quox is the two I started. St. Gabriel's Institute. The Academy. Oh, it is an academy on Earth. Corsica Space. Corsica Base. I'm terrible with these names. You can tell which ones I've watched and which ones I haven't. Now, I feel like these basic resources, that these are the ones that come with the starter deck, but the ones that come in a booster pack are entirely different. They look like these. And so they have like the actual Gundams on them. There's a Banshee. for tokens. Let's see what they have for tokens. Oh. A Leo. Tall Geese token. And your little tracker. He's punch out, by the way. I just don't punch him out. Hello, Puppo. What you doing? I'm for the special card. Ba 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 da. The heavy arms. That's actually really nice too. Yeah, I do really like the like I was talking about earlier, the hobby shop people that I go to, like everywhere I go to, like love this new artwork and stuff. Um, like not only is it a holographic, but like it's raised, it kind of pops. It's not just like, oh well, you got a shiny, here you go. And so that was Wing of Advance. The last one we have for the first four is Seed. And this is the second? No, third season of like series of Gundams that I finished. I thought it was so ironic that the main character's name, like he was built to be a pacifist and like written to be a pacifist, and yet his name translates to killer. The infection has spread, and it has spread deep. The ale strike. Whoa. Probably can't see it on this one, but from this point out, they like sectioned it. And so it looks like it's an actual like raise. See if I can catch it. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. How it kind of splits. Well, that's pretty cool. We got two of those. Oh, it's a blocker. The ages. Oh, it does the same thing. Probably get my thumb out of the way. Yeah, yeah. It's not really very popular in this. Like, not a lot of card games and stuff are very popular, except Pokemon. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh. Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic. I guess those are the three big ones, but they're always big. But like niche things like this don't really pick up too fast, and so I'm waiting for more people to get into it because they'll definitely like run in. Oh, that was a strike, by the way. Should probably bring that back. That's what my friend said, and then we actually taught him, and he's like, "This is so fun." It's color matching. Like it's literally just color matching. Mobius is zero. Just know the green ones taste the best. Mobius? Oh, it is. Okay. It's their flight unit. Their little droids. The strike dagger. This one always reminded me of like a cop. He was a police officer or something. Policing unit. The Aegis Gundam. Nice. He's charging his laser for sure. I wonder what the C plus looks like. Or the plus looks like, because that's what makes it like holographic. Well, it's for Atherin, so Atherin must be in the deck. And Jin. I don't remember that. Looks cool though. The big fin. As they say, the taller the fin, the downer the fool. Miguel's Jin. There's Kira. Good boy, Kira. Oh, look at Atherin and his smile. I could just punch him. For a guy that had some pretty highs and pretty high highs and pretty low lows, him smiling like that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Command Strike Pack. If you have no Earth Alliance unit tokens in play, deploy one Strike Gundam with a 4/2 HP, or a Launcher Strike for 2 4 HP. Okay. Let's come over here and see what he means. A Sword Strike. So here's the launcher. And the sword. Which is my next perfect grade project I gotta work on. Hawk of Endymion. Oh, it's Moo! I wonder if there was a flyer I missed back here. So what is he, white? No, no. Oh, the Mobius Zero. Okay. It's the first time I've actually seen a flyer that isn't like a 1-1 thing. We got Moo. Miguel. The Magic Bullet of Dusk. The Archangel. Archangel. Wow. The Solace. Of course, the resources and tokens. I wonder what this AL Strike goes to. Must be like a base or something. We have one more deck to go through, and it is the Ultimate Pack. What do we think it is? I think it's going to be like a Mobius or something. Oh, dang! The Aegis. Look at that background. I'm putting that in a sleeve. Probably can't see it, but it says the Ace of Freedom Treaty. That's actually really cool. I'll put that on the side. I don't want to ruin that one. There it is. All right. So this one comes with a ready to play cards, a ready to play deck, 22 extra cards, 10 resources, 2 tokens, 6 damage counter, dice. It comes with click clacks. Dice. It's like regular dice. Play a lot of. I used to play a lot of D&D. So as a dice goblin, call them my click clacks. Look, and they're pink too. Well, I guess that's purplish. More pink than purple. Freaking shin. So why are there 2 decks here? Yeah. Real fancy. What is this? Oh, that's the extras. Okay. They really wrap these ones up. Let's see, isn't there supposed to be like a pack that comes with this? So we got Shin. I forget what he pilots. Um, yeah. Thought I didn't need it, but I need it. I need it. Saku Warrior. The big shield's always interested me. Sword Impulse Gundam. My like elbow is falling asleep. Trying to like find something to rest it on. Cause I'm just being lazy. And you get like elbow pads. Blast Impulse Gundam. Trying to figure out where the beams come from because it's not from his gun. Giant killing. Do you enjoy this? The killing of men? Something I remember from that one dude. The cans or boomers. Iron Blood. Minerva. I think it was like a fortress. Impulse. I am out of sleeves. And open another pack. Before I put the other one in there. I'm surprised it's a purple. Oh, it's piloted by Shin, that's why. He was the crazy one that like yeah, that makes sense now. Oh, whoa. A Force Impulse Gundam. That is really colorful. That is like a slap of colors right in your eyeball. Some savior. Yeah, that's what I was kind of complaining to Gundam Nerd is like there's always a white Gundam or white and blue Gundam somewhere. The Blitz Gundam. Oh, see that this one's the rare. Sometimes it's just hard to see the actual tint on it, but that one is a holographic. The Dual Gundam. Battle of the Aces. Awakened Power. Choose one unit or lower from your trash. From your trash. That's a resurrection spell. I might have to put that in my Barbatos deck. An Aegis Gundam again. The Claw. An Atherin. I'm curious now. That's Kira in the back. Does that mean there's a Kira in here that's like got Atherin in the back? Celius. I'll put that there for now. I just don't want to put it on my desk because there's like paint and stuff, and glue, I should say. Paint and glue. Paint and stuff. I'm painting stuff too much nowadays. Gotta be more specific. And so I don't want to scratch any of these. That's a cool resource. Is that the whole deck's resource? That's pretty dope. Experimental base. The Impulse, the Savior, and Destiny? Freedom. Speaking of freedom, we got your freedom right here. Overflowing affection. The Buster Gundam. Thought there was 5 there for a minute, and I was like, that's too many. unforeseen incident. The Strike Gundam? I don't remember it having a cannon. Oh, never mind. Yes, I do. I remember when they floated across that ocean and got attacked by those like manta ray looking ones. Ha, I was right. The inseparable duo. And their Archangel. I should grab a deck box and put these all in a deck. But I don't have one. I don't think I have one I can use. No, I don't. Sad day indeed. Oh, that was the decks. Um. Oh, we have one left. I gotta open that. I got ahead of myself. Put those over there. All right. I think I would like to see maybe a strike, a plus, a C plus giant killing. I think that's the scene where Arthur puts down. Oh, what's his name? Shin. I have to roll the click clacks. And we open them. Let me in! Do you feel nice? Clicky clack. 15, 12. Yeah, now that they're not in the plastic. It's my pasty hand. It's convenient as I have my Warhammer deck or my Warhammer box right here. I can put my click-clacks in here. I didn't even know that was in here. And I totally took his pen. I gotta return that. We'll put these in here. Yeah, there's the resource symbol on them. And I think it's for a 1. I'm trying to get it out of the light now. There we go. Nope, that's even worse. That's better. I'm just going to keep these out because I have to organize this bag, it looks like. I went and played a Battletech game the other day, and my dice are everywhere. If you're looking to get into tabletop wargaming, and you're not looking into getting into the assemble models, which come out in October, by the way. I recommend Battletech. They're on a hexagon base. They come pre-built. You just gotta paint them. I'm just lazy and I don't paint. And they usually range about 25, 40. If it possibly can be going up since the tariffs and whatnot. Oh, brain. Put things away. I watched a video the other day where it was like being married to a person with ADHD, and this wife walks out and the husband's like spraying weeds and has the dogs on leashes and stuff, and she's like, "Did you forget you're cooking dinner?" And he's like, "Oh shit." You know what? I'm trying to debate now. Should I play a little bit of Expedition before I have to hop off? Or do we work on the waste? Last time we finished these. Which I kind of like the offset paint tint to it. It's not exactly white, though it looks oversaturated on my camera. The Rouge. The perfect grade Rouge. Every time I play with this, I'm like, dang, look at that motion. I don't break it now. Damn, Daniel. Look at them J's. Yeah, we're gonna play a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't touch me.
To battle. Let's go, Path.
For those of you who don't know, this is Expedition 33. It's kind of an old game. Older, I should say. It's not brand new. But I'm currently trying to kill a big boss, rip his heart out, and forge a sword. Just go dark. I bet you we can't get out that way, can I? No.
Caro parfait. Loni cimano con caffè zoro. Loboni ba. Geisa aqui, pouco aqui, e barecto.
No idea where I'm going. This place is a maze. flying spaghetti monster? Are they worshipping the flying spaghetti monster? I'll leave you to your worship. Behind door number 2. Oh, one of these.
Nice.
Your turn to dance. Time to bleed.
A storm is coming.
I never always make it to. It's basically
Not looking good. Danger!
my button's not working.
Maximum damage.
Is that a Imperial? See the wing and the G-Fred in the back. I was thinking about getting a G-Fred. Is there like a master grade G-Fred or high grade G-Fred?
Here we go. stuff.
That means you do gotta go mess with the spaghetti monsters. What G-Quack series? G-Quack series. What G-Quack kits are good and which ones aren't? Do you know? Like, is it worth getting any like high grades are worth getting?
Sweet taste of battle. Let's cover path.
I feel like Alice on her trip down the madness hole.
Hurts.
Sweet taste of battle. Oh, wow.
Am I missing something? Yeah, no. Oh, whoa. Hello. And I fell. Nothing. Nothing.
Let the ink flow.
You're Good stuff.
How do I get back up? I see. Oh, that's weird. This place is Confucius.
Good stuff.
Oh, that's where I came in from right there. Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship.
Nice.
So Carl has kids.
This place is huge.
Thank Expedition 67 for destroying a lot of the walls to get further. Couldn't progress without that.
Feels like home.
Is there a flag coming up? I just realized what time it was. Oh, I want to talk to him. Yeah.
good stuff.
Shape of health. Oh yeah. It's very high skills. Adventurous AP, odds for each attack variance since last turn can bring. Alright, well, actually, I have to hop off. Didn't realize it was this late. I have to wake up early tomorrow. But it is my Friday tomorrow. So after a good nap, I'll be on a little later. And I think tomorrow we are gonna work on more of that PG. It's not going as fast as I'd like, because it's technically one of 4 that I have. I want to finish the Rouge, get that set up, then go and finish the strike, or start the strike. Get the weapons set up for that one, because they're interchangeable. And so I kind of want to see what paint schemes I can do with everything. But that'll be tomorrow's problem. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.